Hi guys, Andy here. I have for you today a wireless Qi compatible mobile battery. It's from Phone Salesman. It's called the QiStone Plus. We can see that here there's quite a lot of information printed on the outside of the box. Just telling you a little bit about it. It's interesting on the back. It tells us that it's efficient 74.6%, which is interesting because these mobile batteries never quite match up. When they say they've got X amount of milliamp hours, they never quite put out that much, and this one does actually say, well, you're probably only going to get 76%. It is a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, so from their maths we should still get about 3,000 milliamp hours from it. Let's go ahead and look inside the box. It's a simple plain box, but that's fine. There's the battery itself. You notice it sort of auto detects that it's being moved and it could be needed and kind of turn itself on. There's a soft touch blue travel bag, I suppose, which is quite nice. Let's just look what's in the rest of the box before we move on. There's a little sort of charger care warranty card. The QR code on it. Keep calm and carry QiStone. So here's just sort of simple instructions. I mean, I would hope generally it's fairly self-explanatory at how it works. Although it's quite interesting, this last picture on the page shows that you can wirelessly charge the wireless charger, which I think is quite cool. We'll have a look at that. And then just some other Phone Salesman products on the sheet there. Then we have two different cables. So one, the longer one, this is micro USB look. Then there's a smaller one, which is also micro USB, as you can see. Now, I would imagine everyone has micro USB cables anyway, but the idea being you can plug it in to charge the device, and then you can also charge from the device into your phone with the two different cables. So let's go ahead and open up the packet. It's quite a nice looking device. It's kind of slightly rough feeling. You see the four lights there, obviously to indicate the state of the battery. The feeling is a little bit like the OnePlus One back. We've got the regular USB and the micro USB at the end. Obviously one is to charge the device in and one is to take the cable out if you wish to use a cable. On the back there it is confirming it's a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. It's got sort of little black pads as well for it to sit on your table, and all round I would say it's it's quite a nice stylish looking little battery. Then, as I say, we've got the carry bag. Now the only slight problem here, because the battery is sort of fairly rough touch and the bag itself is sort of soft touch, there's a bit of resistance when you're trying to get the battery inside the bag. But there we go, pull the drawstrings closed and so a neat little looking stylish mobile battery. So then we're thinking obviously I best charge it to full, so I plugged it in using my own cable, actually my own Samsung cable. The final light flashing, so I'm guessing that means it's around about 70 or 80%. I actually had to leave it quite a few hours for it to finish flashing, and then I thought, well, let's just double check as well the wireless. So you can see, I think you can see the lights on there. My little wireless charging puck. I put the battery on, and you can see there again the fourth light flashing, showing that it's charging. So I think that's kind of cool. You can wirelessly charge the wireless charger. Obviously, next, let's see about charging up my phone. Now, this is just a second cycle, so I used it once through, and then recharged the mobile battery. And we're going to try it again now. So you can see my phone, if you didn't notice, was at 18%. The Nexus 6, the coil to wirelessly charge is in the bottom left corner of the back, so you have to obviously make sure you get them lined up. You can see the blue light comes on the QiStone Plus, and if I was to take it off, you'd see the four lights were still lit up. I moved it just off the charge for a second there. You saw the blue light go out and come back on as I moved it back on. I stopped after about an hour, I didn't stop, I filmed after an hour just to check the progress, and we can see that in an hour it moved up about 27%. So obviously it's not fast charge, and it's showing it's about halfway done. I left it on there, and then this is literally just after it had finished charging. You can see the lights have gone out. It does kind of trigger, you can trigger it to turn itself back on, but I'll tell you there's almost nothing left in it at this point, so it's not really worthwhile. We need to see now it's 9:36, and I'm up to 79%. So in 2 hours and 20, pretty much, it went up 61%. If the Nexus 6 is a 3,220 milliamp hours, that's less than 2,000 milliamps is actually kicked out, considering it's supposed to be 4,000. Not the best, I suppose. It's not as efficient as it's perhaps said it was. The first cycle I did only got 55%, so there's a very good chance if I was to use it 3 or 4 more times, it would get up to kind of, maybe it would charge 70-75% of my Nexus 6. Bear in mind the Nexus 6 with a 3,200 milliamp hour battery does have a higher capacity than most phones. So most phones, that probably would charge from kind of 20 to 25% right the way up to fully charged. But there you go. I think it's a very nicely designed. I love the wireless aspect that you can charge it in as well as charge it out. The phone salesman QiStone Plus. A link in the description below for you to buy your own. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.